I just finished round 4 of the tournament I'm playing in called Rilton, and going into the game today, everything that I wanted was a nice, calm game. No tactics, just a nice positional game where, I could slowly but surely get a bit of an advantage. This game became everything apart from that, okay? This game was an absolute roller coaster, absolutely crazy, and yeah, I don't even know what to say about this game, but let's go ahead and talk about it. Also, something that's really crazy is that me and my dad were sitting next to each other before the game. Like, the pairings put us next to each other, which is completely crazy. So for the first time ever, I was actually playing next to my dad. I don't think this has ever happened in a tournament. So that was really fun. And spoiler alert, my dad ended up beating a very strong 2400 rated player. So my dad had an amazing game. So I was playing against Valery Melikidze, rated 1931. And I couldn't really find a lot of games from him from before. I was expecting him to play something like B3 or B4 or like something crazy, but he played D4 and I wasn't expecting this. But I've played against D4, of course, a million times. I played D4 myself, so I felt confident. I went knight F6, I went E6, and here I decided to play the move C6, which might be the last time I ever play this move. But I just wanted to play super solid. I just thought I don't want to get into tactical game. So he played bishop G5, I went knight BD7, he went E3, and here I played the move H6. And he was thinking here for a long time and I wasn't really sure why, but he ended up playing bishop F4, and I was kind of considering here if I should go bishop E7 or bishop B4. And so I spent like a proper 15 minutes figuring this out. I was thinking bishop b4, but I wasn't sure, if my opponent goes a3, I wasn't really sure, is this something I want to play? Going castles here, I just thought maybe the dark squares would become a bit weak for me. Yeah, queen b3, I was thinking of going for the move queen a5. I was looking at all this, rook c1, and then, I was even looking at maybe going knight over here, and I was just trying to figure out this position. But anyways, I spent a little bit of time thinking, but I thought, let me just play a normal move. Let me just go bishop e7. And here he played queen c2. I went castles really quickly. And now he played a move that I've never seen before in this position, which is the main move. It's just that, yeah, I don't know. I haven't honestly played this position in a long time. It's a very normal position, so I cannot explain why I haven't played it. It's just typically online, people will not play this. They'll take on d5 earlier, or it'll be a different position. And so I'd never seen the move g4 here. But it's a very natural move, so I really don't know how I've never seen it. But in the game, I had never seen this, and I didn't know what to do. And now I started freaking out a bit. So I was calculating here for a while, for a very long time actually, so I kind of did it again. The same mistake I did the other day of just thinking for way too long, but I was just completely caught off guard, and this pawn is going to push to g5, and he's going to throw all his pieces at my king, and I got really stressed about this. So the move that I was considering here to do for a long time was the move queen a5, which I honestly should have done, but I got worried about this move, and then I thought here I should go knight e4, but I just didn't like the idea of allowing this because I thought of something like bishop d3, my pieces are just so bad. So I guess what I didn't realize in all the lines is that I should just take this, and I thought this was really scary for me to allow, the knight and the queen being on this file, but apparently this is fine, and here I can take here, and then after, if takes or something, I can just go b5, and, I have a lot of counterplays, so yeah, actually this is just what I had to do. I just had to go queen a5, and this is completely fine, but I had never seen this. And yeah, I started really freaking out, and I felt like getting into a really bad mental state because I could see all his pawns coming at my king, and I started getting really stressed, and I just didn't know what to do. And so I kind of panicked here. And yeah, I'm so upset that I did it again, but yeah, I really didn't know what to do. And so, I've now learned. Queen a5 I did see. I was thinking about this move for a long time, but I just didn't realize that after g5, I just need to take this pawn. I just didn't realize this. So here, after takes and takes, this would have been fine, but I need to find this move takes on c4. So if I don't know this from before, I'm just going to get a worse position, which is unfortunately what happened. But I saw an idea here of the fact that he's doing this very early on without having castled his king. So I was thinking that maybe what I can do is play an idea, you know, with knight e4, where the plan is that after takes, takes, and takes, I can go bishop b4 check, and then the king doesn't really have a good place to go to. And here I thought maybe I can go something like knight f6. However, the best move here is to go e5 and just fully on sacrificing this pawn. And this is also a move that I just didn't see. So I was just kind of running short on the calculations. I wasn't really figuring out that, yeah, apparently this was good for me. f6, yeah, I had no clue. But the point here is that I can go f5. So yeah, but e5 is a move that I never would have seen. Just simply placing the pawn in a square where it can be taken by 3 different pieces just seemed crazy to me. But I actually, funnily enough, ended up going e5 later on. But anyways, but I thought maybe I want to take this pawn on g4, and then I don't want the g file to be open. So but I was also in kind of a state of panic where I was like, should I go queen e5? Should I go knight here? Should I go like g5, which I knew was a bit of a crazy move. And I ended up going for g5, which is not really a good move. But I just felt a lot of pressure that I had to make a move because I'd thought for so long, and I didn't find any line that I liked. And that's, I think, a very annoying thing in chess, when you're just like thinking and nothing works in your brain. Everything you calculate leads to a bad position for you. So yeah, I was really sad that I couldn't really figure this out. But here after bishop g3, at least I went knight e4, which is the best move here. So now I went for this plan, but this only works really if I find this move e5, which was once again a move that I didn't see now. So I went bishop b4 check. And then here, once again, I need to go e5, but I just didn't know. And so I thought actually my plan was to go f5. So I went knight b3 to be able to go f5 the next move. I thought here, you know, after the queen defends, I can now go f5. But I just simply missed that my opponent can go h4 immediately, and I cannot take here because the queen is coming in. I just missed this. But anyways, my king position is now really bad. And now I finally went e5. So now I finally saw this idea, but I was several moves late. And yeah, here I went queen e8 because I had plans of if takes to take here. And then here I actually think I can go rook takes h6, and I didn't really know how to defend, but he went knight h4. You know, yeah, I'm laughing because this game was such a disaster. It was a disaster, honestly, like. But I knew it from several moves before. I was like, after g4, I was like, what do I do? He's just coming for my king. Like, what do I do? So, you know, I've had time to process this. It's been like 1 hour since the game because I needed time to collect myself because I was really sad. But yeah, like now at this point I'm laughing because this game was just such a disaster. Yeah, so the reason I went g3, initially my idea was to go h5, but then I realized here that he can just go queen g6 check, and now I'm losing all my pawns. This is what I realized. So here, yeah, here my rook is hanging. Maybe I can go rook e8, I don't know, but after takes, I mean, I cannot play this position. This is just, you know, the worst position of all time. I don't think I've seen a position this bad ever. Everything is full. I'm 3 pawns down. So I saw this and I was like, I can't do this. So I went g3, with the idea being that I thought, okay, I was trying to be a little bit tactical. I thought if bishop takes, I can actually go h takes g5. And now if the knight moves somewhere, I actually have bishop g4 check and I'm winning. So I was trying to be a bit tactical. I thought if pawn takes, I can go bishop g4 check as well and I'm winning. So I thought g3, you know, maybe if he goes knight g3 well, then I can take here. I was just trying to be a bit tricky, you know? But he just played f3 and then my position was just as bad as before. And I went bishop here, he defended the other pawn, and he was just not giving me anything. And here I should try something like knight d7. I went h5, which is also fine. But the problem is that he does this move. You know, I'm not getting checkmated anymore, which is great news. But the problem is that I'm 3 pawns down right now. That is really the main issue that I have. So yeah, I don't know. Here maybe I should have gone something like knight. Yeah, but this is just super lost. I'm 3 pawns down. I'm actually just gonna show this really quickly because it's just I'm just getting checkmated. It's just a disaster. I'm 3 pawns down. My pieces are horrible. And this game I'm throwing in the bin. I'm throwing it in the garbage bin. I just wish I didn't have to lose a game to learn. Of course, but you know, I'm playing another tournament in January. I'm playing the European Women's Blitz and Rapid Championship, which is a really big tournament. It's the European Women's Championship, right? So I'm trying to think about it as if this tournament goes badly, at least I will have prepared for that tournament. At least I will have learned what to do in specific scenarios that might happen in that tournament. Maybe one of my opponents there will play this opening and now I know exactly what to play against it. Maybe I win a game there then. So I think that as long as I'm gaining chess knowledge, you know, I'm gaining something. And I actually think that for the first time in my life, I am not as sad as I've been in the past when I've lost games like this. I don't feel the sense of despair or the sense of, you know, it's horrible. So I'm taking it way better than I have in the past. And I do am proud of myself for that because I feel like I can enjoy chess in a whole different way when I don't feel this crazy pressure. But of course, there's still 5 games to go. I can still do a good tournament. And I mean, we saw Magnus Carlsen. He started pretty badly in the World Rapid and World Blitz, and he ended up winning both tournaments. Of course, I'm not in any way close to Magnus, but it at least gives hope that even if you start badly, it doesn't mean that the ending of a tournament has to be really bad. There's still 5 games to go. I can still get 5 wins, get 7 out of 9, which would be, you know, one of my best Riltons ever if I just lock in and play really well the last round. So that's what I'm going to try to do. That's what I'm going to do. And yeah, so I feel fine. I feel fine. And I'm just so thankful and happy that so many of you are watching and so many of you are supporting. And I hope that you're learning a lot from this. With my mother's commentary, with these recaps, I hope that this is educational for you as well. And that, yeah, we can all learn from my mistakes. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Tomorrow the round starts earlier at 12 p.m. CET, so wish me luck for tomorrow and let's try to get that comeback.